Catches, puts up a three. One go. Rebound box.
Now head over in this direction. Gone to three.
Tie game with 5 seconds remaining. The impossible has happened.
Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler.
Anthony for three. Puts it in. Bridges. Oh my God. Oh, what? Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang!
And we're back. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Cam's Corner. Today we got a very special guest. He was a 3-time champion out of Bishop Hendricken High School here in Rhode Island, and now he is pursuing his football career at Tabor University. Let's give it up for Angel Sanchez.
What's up, my boy?
To start off, how's it going at college? How's the experience been so far?
It's been new, all the way in Kansas. Definitely different from back home in Rhode Island. Just a lot of land and something I'm not used to seeing, but definitely different.
Yeah. Going back now to Hendricken, 3-time state champion. How many MVPs did you get?
I got one my senior year.
Yeah. So, now starting at a receiver position at Tabor. Where did your passion for football start?
My passion for football started when I was about 4 years old. My older brother, who's actually in the Army right now, he first started playing football. And while I was playing baseball, which was my first sport, he also told me to, try out football. He thought I would enjoy it, and he also thought I would be good at it since I have some speed on me. And, but at the age of 4, turning 5, I started playing football. I fell in love with the game. It's a very emotional game. It can bring out the good, it can bring out the bad, but it's a very exciting game and something I enjoy playing a lot growing up already, and being able to play college football is also, a dream because, as you know, where we're from, not a lot of people play football outside
Right.
of school.
So how did you know after, middle school, all those middle school years playing youth, how did you know you wanted to start your high school career at Hendricken?
Actually, this is a funny story. So my mom, her first initial thought was LaSalle.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so that was going on, and then my like I said before, my brother, he was playing football, and my brother's coach and my mom have a great relationship together. He watched me grow up as a young kid, and was just letting my mom know, I honestly think Hendricken's a better school. They have a better football program, no girls, less distraction.
Right.
And as soon as my mom heard that, and plus there's no girls and it would keep me focused, she definitely changed her mind quick and sent me there to Hendricken.
Did you have any background before she knew, obviously she looked up the schools and everything, but did you know anything about LaSalle and Hendricken?
I honestly didn't.
It was more her decision. Yeah. I attended every game I could, following you and Nick and Tom, all my boys.
Yeah.
But every game there was at least one touchdown from you every night, if not more. Being the wide receiver one, what was it like at that level? Always, having someone mentioning your name in particular in the papers, on the news. Did you feel like there was a lot of pressure on you, a lot of because since everyone was watching your every move?
Yeah, I feel like there was a little bit of pressure, but not that much because, I wasn't the only one on my team. There was also other kids, like you said, Tom, Nick, other people on the team who did, important roles on the team and made everything better. As the role wide receiver one, I take it with great pride. I hold the receiver group, whoever was with me, my junior, senior year, I make sure we're a tight group and we have tight relationships. So taking the role of wide receiver one is just being a captain of your group, really, as I look at it, and pretty much.
Yeah, your coaches definitely, put you at that expectation to, lead your team, being the wide receiver one. Your freshman year, playing with Kwity Paye, he was a senior. Explain to me how that experience was, and do you still talk to him as of today?
Oh yeah, it's crazy actually because he's in the league now, so
Yeah.
just watching him play, like his first game this past Sunday was just like I was actually
Draft
like
night must have
going to
been
school with
crazy.
yeah, I was actually just like going to school with him. So it was, it's fun to see, a former Hawk just go to the league and especially be in the first round. So
Did he give you any advice while you were playing? Did you know him on a personal level as a freshman or?
no, not as on a personal level. As I grew up, sophomore year, junior year, like I started to get to know him a bit more. But freshman year, I didn't know him personally that much, but I knew of him obviously. But yeah.
Did you when you were a freshman, did you swing varsity or play full varsity, or was it?
When I was a freshman, Hendricken didn't. It was straight freshman.
Right. Oh, because
So,
there was no
yeah,
JV,
yeah.
like
Well,
as a
there was
freshman.
50, but like the freshmen had to play freshmen, and then
Right. So a freshman couldn't play on
yeah.
varsity. Okay.
But when I was there, now I think there was last year, this past year, there was one freshman that played varsity. But when I was there, the
At the
freshman,
time, right.
yeah.
So growing up in Johnston in Rhode Island, like you said, I know there's not a lot of us that get out there, get to that pro level like what he did.
Yeah.
At right now too, who is your biggest influence, your biggest role model, and the person you just look up to the most and seek the most advice from?
Honestly, I would have to say my parents and my oldest brother, because my parents there, I'm very close with my parents, even though like they're not from here. They both speak Spanish. They don't really speak English, but they are both something that that are very close to me. My older brother, I say, because he's been my on my shoulders since I was young, as a big brother should, but just teaching me the right ways, like the what not to do, what to do, just like keeping me focused in my school and my sports. Um, and just yeah, pretty much them three.
That's awesome. Do they get the chance to come up to see you? How many games have you played so far at Tabor?
Three.
Three. Have they got the chance to see you in person yet?
Yeah, they actually just surprised me this past weekend.
Really?
Yeah,
That must have been cool.
they
Yeah.
came up here. I was actually literally just walking away from my room, and then I hear a big just like and I turn around and it's them. I'm like, oh my god.
Man. Yeah, that must be an awesome experience. But before we get into your experience right now at Tabor, getting more into Hendricken, how did your days after school start and finish? What types of training did you go through each day, and more so, what kind of camps and organizations did you get yourself into to put your name out there more?
So I went to some camps, like around the Massachusetts area, Connecticut area, just and I was also like I went to try for the USA national team. Um,
Did you do these camps during school too, or was it more like
Once the school was over,
right?
I started to go to other camps and stuff. But during school, I was really just trying to focus on getting bigger and faster, really, because at the wide receiver position, you have to be like a solid size and have to have some speed on you.
So you focus more on like during school, like weightlifting, weight training, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Did that take up more time? But usually, obviously, field work and all that stuff takes up most of your time. But did you try to balance it as best you could?
Yeah, I definitely tried to balance it because like you said, field time does take a lot of time. So just balancing weights and like field work definitely was something
Right.
that
Definitely. But yeah. So like that definitely transitioned into your game. We all saw it. Like I told you earlier, I attended every game I could. And if I would look down at my phone for like a second or two, I'd talk to my friend. I'd hear over the loudspeaker, Angel Sanchez, touchdown, or gain on the play. You know what I mean? So it's like that hard work and dedication definitely pays off a ton. Could you tell me about a time during a game where you didn't score at all, maybe, or had a bad game in particular, and that point it made you better and thinking like, all right, this isn't going to happen again. I'm going to get better and stronger from this point on.
Yeah, so I think it was my sophomore year at St. Ray's. There was that game I thought I could have had a way better game than I did my sophomore year.
Right.
So like I said, I didn't think I had that much of a good game, so that just put me into a whole nother mindset. And I also, didn't score that game either. So that put me into a whole nother mindset. Like, I got to do better not even just for me, but just for the team.
Like, how did you feel after the loss? Did you feel like the loss was on you? Just, mainly because you could have played better? Or did you, obviously it's a team sport at the end of the day, but, being the number one option.
Well, we ended up winning the game, but just, little mistakes that can even just like happen in a game that you still win can also, just impact the game that you lose. So like just different decision making and stuff, whether pretty much it.
Yeah. What was your most memorable moment playing at Hendricken? What was the biggest moment that you took away after graduating and looking back?
State championships.
All three of them.
All three of them. Those, but especially my junior year against LaSalle.
Mm-hmm.
Once we ended up losing our sophomore year, played LaSalle in the championship, 142-6. That was probably out of all three. That was probably the most memorable because everybody knows what happened the previous year.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely came back and took the crown. So
all three, man. I went to all three. It's so cool to see, the people that you know and love play at that level. And then, obviously where you are now in college. What was after that, your sophomore season, losing to LaSalle, that like recovering process and that mindset that you went into your junior year thinking like, all right, this year and next year, we're not losing. Like, what was your mindset during that time?
So after sophomore year, going to junior year, I felt like as a team, we took it very like serious that we lost, because who wouldn't?
Yeah, right.
Want to win a state championship, but like after that year, we just got mentally locked in every practice. We took it game by game, and we just felt like we had a better team than like the years before. But pretty much, yeah, just locked in, took care of business, brought both state championships back my junior and senior year. So that was something that I wanted to, give back to the class of 18. Because I told after we lost, I told like all the seniors, like, I know I'm a sophomore, but I'm gonna get it back for y'all junior and senior year. So
was that class back there at that game watching you guys?
yeah, class of 18 was there. So that was something that was good.
That was good. So that ring was mainly obviously for you guys, but for them as well too.
Yeah.
After their senior year. But so now after Hendricken, after your playing days, where did you reclass after your senior year?
I went to East Coast Prep in Massachusetts.
So how long were you there for a full year?
I was there for a semester, so it was just football, school, and then I was gone.
Right. So comparing it to Hendricken and the training and the practices that you went through there, how would you compare the two?
It was totally different because so my prep school was like literally in the sticks, like in the woods. Like our practice fields was in the middle of just nowhere.
Yeah.
So it was just different. Also seeing different competition, because there was also kids from like different places like New Jersey, like different types of Massachusetts. So just different competition, is always good to see. And the competition that once we had a game and stuff, like also going against other players from other schools was also a good competition. So
right. So how did you hear from them after your senior year at Hendricken?
So they texted me on Twitter, and Coach Dunbar, who's also like my receivers coach back home, who's someone that I train with, was telling me about East Coast Prep, because there's also the head coach there is a guy from Rhode Island.
Okay.
So we already had a little connection just being from the same place. So
did you get the same opportunities as like Hendricken, like, as far as college wise and getting your name out there? Or did you get more? Did you get more publicity now that you were there?
I think we got a little bit more publicity, just because like we had about 6 games because it was still COVID around, but at least thank God we still got to play. but just a little bit more, not a lot.
Right. So after that semester, you took a little bit of a break. What kind of offers for college now were you getting after that?
I had Tabor. I had a couple walk-ons from like Merrimack, URI, um, some NEC schools like Southern Connecticut, Central Connecticut. Was talking to New Haven, University of New Haven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just those are some of the schools.
What drew you most to Tabor and made you think like this is the school for me? This is where I'm gonna shine and give it my best.
So, like I said in the beginning, a different experience, really. Something different and something
Away from home. Yeah.
something I'm not used to seeing. Also, when I came on the visit, I noticed like this team is a young team and they needed like in my like point of view, like they needed help at the receiver position, and it was something that I think I could have helped them with. And yeah, pretty much it, that I knew I could just compete at this level and just help this team win.
So you're talking about your URI, like a walk on. What is like a walk on offer? So like you don't have like a guaranteed roster
Yeah.
spot, or that's what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. So you wanted like a definite spot. So right now at Tabor, like how's the experience been? Like I said from the beginning, how has these 3 past games been? And what are your thoughts on the season so far?
Yeah, the first game we won to Arkansas Baptist College. The second game we ended up losing to Avila, and the third game this past week we lost again. But that we stand at 1-2 right now. But as far as the season, right now it's starting off slow. We're just I don't think we're like our chemistry is there yet, but I feel like once our chemistry is there and everybody's on the same page and we get it rolling, I think we'll definitely finish the season on a high note.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Is like your roster more like freshmen like you, or are they more, kind of older on the senior and junior side?
So our defensive side has more of like the seniors and upperclassmen, and our offense is more of like the younger class, like underclassmen, pretty much. Quarterback's a junior. We have about I think 3 freshmen on linemen. So we got
It's a mixture
some
of everything kind of.
on the offensive side.
Yeah. This being your first year, you're a very personable guy. Have you been talking to your teammates a lot and kind of building chemistry along the way outside of football?
Yeah, as like put aside football, like during fall camp, like I tried to make sure like me and my teammates are good, like we get to know each other, because throughout the season, like we're gonna all get to know each other and stuff. But before the season, I feel like getting the chemistry before things start rolling is important, because you can communicate better. Like say some like a bad thing happens, like at some point one person's gonna yell at another. But if you already have a close connection, you can figure out how to communicate better
For
and
sure.
figure it out.
Do you have a roommate right now, or is just you by yourself?
I have a roommate. His name's Keyshawn Oliver. He's from Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now comparing Tabor to the prep school that you went to after you reclassed, and Hendricken, at Hendricken you played both sides of the field, offensive and defensively at times. So now college is mainly just wide receiver, and you're starting wide receiver, and that's it. How has the experience been with the weight room and the training facilities and the training process been like for that compared to high school?
Yeah, it's been good. I feel like I've been getting, bigger and focused on certain muscles that I need to progress on. And just, like the team, once everybody's in the weight room, there's a lot of energy once you're pushing like weight and stuff.
All right.
But yeah, pretty much it's been good. Getting bigger, getting important, the important muscles right, and
Yeah, for sure, that's how it goes. But it's more motivational when your teammates are around you, pushing you, and that must be like at Hendricken. There was a weight room at Hendricken, right? Pretty good facility at Hendricken. So what's like your opinion? Do you like working out more by yourself and like getting locked in alone, or do you like obviously interacting with teammates and working out like that?
I feel like working out alone for me, because just like with friends, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I get a little distracted, but by myself, I lock in and make sure that I get the workouts done. So
Sure. So now outside of training, now that you're in the game, what's the style of play like at the college level, at a D1 level? What's the speed of the game like? The coaching staff like? How did you transition from high school now to college?
It's definitely faster, different. Getting used to the play callings, the formations, just like knowing the routes, because here I'm running more routes than I did at Hendricken and my prep school. Like there's way more different routes here than other schools that I've been at. So just getting used to the playbook, and the way the game speed is. So yeah, pretty much the speed. The speed of the game.
Speed is the biggest difference you've taken away from everything.
Yeah. Also a little bit of hitting, but it's football, contact sport. But
of course. So that's pretty much all I got for football. Is there anything else you want to add? Anything else? Anything you have to say about your playing career?
Just stay tuned. A lot of things coming. A lot of great things coming. And it's all in the hands of God, of course. Like I said, just stay tuned. A lot of things coming. Hopefully everybody back home, and then everybody still playing football outside of high school football back home from Rhode Island. I wish everybody the best. It's nothing but love. We're all together for one against the world.
Sure, that's how it goes, man.
And that's all, man. That's all.
But man, I appreciate you so much coming on. Everyone back home where I'm at right now is definitely going to be tuning into this. Definitely going to be excited to hear what you had to say. I just want to say from my perspective, I appreciate you so much. And rest in peace to your cousin Gabriel. I saw all the posts that you post for him. I know you're playing for him. But yeah, like I said, appreciate you coming on, and good luck to you. Good luck to you at Tabor University. If you have anyone in mind that you would want on the show, who would it be? If you have any connections or anything like that.
I would like to see.
If you could pull some strings, hey, I mean, I'm all ears. I'm willing to work with anybody.
I am trying to see I haven't seen my my Camella boys in a while. So,
They'll be here for sure.
So, throw them on the show.
They'll definitely be here, man. I'm getting in contact with them. I'm going to go see them up at Stonehill in a couple of weeks. And obviously Cam Alves too. He's shining over there.
Yep.
You worked with him a lot in camps too, huh?
Yeah. Me and Cam usually work out together back home with Coach Dunbar. So me and him got a good relationship.
That's awesome. But that wraps it up, guys. I appreciate, again, Angel coming on. Stay tuned. Appreciate you so much. This will be up. I'm going to blow this up all over the place, and I'll definitely let you know when it's up.
I got you, dog. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. And that wraps up today's episode, guys, with Angel. I'm very appreciative that he joined me here today. I've been friends with Angel for a little bit now. I knew him towards the end of my high school career and like my junior, senior years. I knew a lot of his teammates that played on the football team. I grew up with them since I was in 6th grade. But they'll definitely be here soon. They are playing college football right now. I appreciate all the love and support that you guys give me. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for the next episode.